Alright, so today we're going to be drawing an eye. So this can be on the back of the front page of your sketchbook. You can go ahead and write eye at the top. This should be portrait or tall. And then about halfway down the page, right underneath, we're going to draw a circle. The circle should be about a third of the width of the page. We need some room on both sides. Make sure you're sketching this. This does not have to be neat. And this is going to be your iris, the colorful part of your eye. In the middle, another about a third of the size, you're going to do another circle. This is going to be your pupil, the black part of your eye. You can color it in just so that it doesn't look too weird. This part you can do kind of dark. But the rest of this time you should be sketching lightly, so that way we can erase. The next thing you need to do is draw the corners of your eyes so we have something to aim at when we're drawing your eyelids. So I want you to take your fingers and try to measure half the size of the circle, and then scoot that measurement over outside of the circle and draw a dot. Do the same thing on the other side. These should be in line with each other or in the same level. So you can see they're on the same level. You're going to draw a curve that goes up and across the very tippy top of the circle. This is because you guys don't walk around with your eyes popped out of your head and you can't see the whole circle of your iris unless you're completely bugging out. So you're going to cut off the top of the iris a little bit with the eyelid, and you can erase that top part of that circle that you won't see. You're going to do the same for the bottom. This one's going to kind of just graze the bottom of the circle. But once again, if you look around the room or if you look at somebody, you can't see their whole circle of their iris. Now you kind of have this football shape that's hugging your circle. And we're going to draw things to protect your eye. The first thing we need to do is draw an eyelid. So the part that's actually going to close over your eye. That's going to be a line that is a little bit above your eye and is going to curve and follow the curvature of your eye from one side to the other. This should be as wide as your eye. Some people's eyelids might crease and touch, but ours is just going to do that. Another protection your eye has is your tear duct. So on the left side, we're going to erase the pointy part of the eye and replace it with a curve that kind of then at the bottom curves back up and then down. So watch, it's kind of like a little curve. It's going to go down almost like a tear. It's your tear duct. And then it's going to curve back up and then connect with the rest of the eye. It looks a little weird because that part of your eye is usually kind of pink and fleshy. So to make your tear duct actually look like tear duct, we're going to do a little curve inside, like a parentheses, separating the white part of your eye from the fleshy part of your eye. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side too, having that pink kind of fleshy part in the corners of your eye so that the white part is more rounded. So those would be pink, eventually. Okay, let's talk about eyelashes, another thing that protects your eye. Underneath of your eye, I want you to draw a cross. This can be a diagram for our eyelashes. One straight line down, one straight line across it. You're also going to draw a similar cross across your eye. So one that goes straight across and one that goes straight down through it, dividing it into 4 parts. This is going to be, once again, our eyelash diagram to help us talk about the direction your eyelashes grow. So in the top right quadrant of your diagram, you're going to make a Nike swoosh or a rounded check. This shows that on the right top of your eye, this is the shape of all your eyelashes. They will grow from that football shaped line and go down a little bit to the right and then up to the right, kind of like a check mark that's rounded. Your eyelashes on this part are going to be a little longer than your eyelid, so see how they go above. They can also overlap and be different lengths, because in real life they would be a little uneven like that and a little more varied. This is going to be the thickest part of your eyelashes, so don't be afraid to add quite a few. Alright, on the left side, instead of going and checking to the right, you're going to make a mirror reflection. So instead of going down and then right, it's going to go down and then up to the left. You can go ahead and do that same thing on the other side, but this time to the left on that left top quadrant. Not as many, not as long too. Alright, the bottom, kind of like the top, is going to be a mirror reflection, but the other way. It's almost like the eyelashes are on the line and then jumping off and down to the right. The bottom left quadrant will be, as you've guessed it, kind of like the bottom right quadrant, but jumping to the left. So as you make lines from the bottom left, they will more jump to the left than to the right. And your bottom eyelashes are going to be much shorter and a lot less of them. Okay, see this measurement I'm drawing right now? You don't have to draw it, but pay attention. That measurement, if you take it from the top of the iris above the eye, is about where your eyebrow would be. So take the height of the iris and then put it on top, make a little mark. That's where your eyebrow is going to be. You're going to draw a line. This is the bottom of my eyebrow. Kind of that looks like the eyelid line, but all the way up here where we made our mark. You then can give your eyebrow thickness. And since your eyebrow is made of hairs, you can draw lots and lots of lines to create some texture. Alright, so if you have some extra time after you're done making some texture, you can color in your eye. We're not going to really go over the texture of your iris and your highlight today, but that is something we can talk about in the future of how to make it look realistic in terms of texture and shadowing for your eye.